Baby Aang, old Puss Chick Katara and the dude Sokka go to Even, the festival of Fire Nation. During the festival, Aang accidentally showed off his own abilities and the fact that he is the Avatar, and they had to run away from the gods. Luckily, some shady fellow from Partisan Squad, connected to Zhao, saves them. Against orders, he decided to bring the Avatar to have talk with Zhao, thinking they absolutely must have a conversation. Why is Zhao avoid talking? Because he's a member of White Lotus and have full knowledge of Aang is supposed to do, and at this point Aang's task to study the magic of water element, meaning to reach the northern pole and train under the White Lotus member Pakku. Then, following King's Booby instruction, he must find a young Ashbender teacher. Since King Boomy himself is already ancient pensioner, and besides a king, he clearly doesn't have time to train Aang, and only then should Aang start learning firebending. But of course, the shitty fellow is special snowflake, who thinks he knows better how a teach act should be. If he can force his wrong-headed way of thinking, then at least he can drag Aang along to put the master into an awkward situation. What idiocy move, right? Zhao refuses to train Aang despite his insistence. He tells him it's too early to learn any firebending at all. Naturally, Aang starts arguing, but it's my destiny to study magic. Zhao, however, make a sharp observation. What do you know about destiny, boy? If a fish swims down the river, does it mean that fish knows the destiny of the river? No, it only means that fish flows in the river. The fish may swim along the correct way for his full life and never even reach the ocean. What you can talk about destiny? But then Avatar Roku appears and tells Zhao that he must train Aang. Notice what shows here. Aang is one person, Roku another. Different personalities, one soul. Each personality has its own motives. And just because Roku was a powerful man doesn't mean his motives align with those of the White Lotus, or that he even knows about the White Lotus at all. Hence the conflict. And of course, Zhao is not about to explain the whole truth to Aang at this stage. Then he's completely unready. That would be ridiculous. Meanwhile, Pussdmiral Zhao is chasing the Avatar. The local guards reported that the Avatar is hiding in the swamps, and during the chase, Zhao stumbles upon Zhang's partisan squad. Earlier, Pussdmiral Zhao trained under Zhang, but because of his stubborn nature, they went their separate ways. The problem wasn't just Zhao's ambition, but his warped worldview. For example, he was hot-tempered and believed you could kill spirits and nothing would be happen for you in punchback. Well, maybe you can kill a spirit, but there will be punchback. Zhao, however, doesn't care about what would be after. He's not about what would be after at all, and that's exactly how his career famously ended. Zhao's problem with his fuel is resentment. He built an ambition picture in his head and wants to archive it, and when people around him don't serve his desires, Pussdmiral Zhao desires, then in his eyes they all idiots. You will see soon enough how Zhao ends up. Aang's training with Zhang leads only to Katara getting injured. Aang's burned Katara with his firebending in very village-style accident. Right on cue, Admiral Zhao's squad attacks Zhang partisan side out. Aang clashes with Admiral Zhao, while Zhang withdraws from the battlefield and retreating with his men. Manually, Aang defeats Pussdmiral Zhao. Who else? After all, the show is called Avatar Aang, not Pussdmiral Zhao, so who else is supposed to win? And then we learn that everyone scattered in different directions, while that shady fellow from the beginning of the episode got ditched by his own comrades. Serves him right. From a child perspective, it may look like he wanted the best for everyone, but in reality he just screwed his own people. If you hadn't tried to see the Avatar and had not dragged him to your partisan hideout, there would not have been a chase, and once the chase did happen, you reaped the consequences. You betrayed your comrades, allies, brother-in-arms, drinking buddies, for crying out loud. They paid you back in kind, and quite humanly at that. They only ditched you, didn't slip out your throat. Who knows how it would have ended in real life? After all, it's still a children's cartoon. That's a mystery theory.